This video was brought to you by Stormberg, Abed Route Planner, Mr. Green, Kempower and Marcus Bil.
Yo, what's up? We're now back at Delle de Luca, and behind me here you see the NIO ET7. This is going to be the re-test of the 1000 kilometer challenge. I actually didn't plan it the first time, but this time, now, hopefully, it's gonna be better. And also, this one might be the fastest run of them all, despite being freaking cold. It's minus 8 degrees Celsius, and it's going to be maybe even colder throughout the challenge. But we're gonna use 2 battery swaps. Yeah, so this is 100 kilowatt hour, by the way. And we have been charged to 100%. I think it's down to 99, but it's 99.5 or something. So that's close enough. It refuses to reconnect and charge back to 100%. So yeah, I'll show you here. The plan, by the way, is to drive here all the way to Göteborg. Well, actually, Kungsbacka. The car estimates I will drive 9.8 kilometers. I might have to bail up before. We'll see how I do that. But yeah, so that's the plan, and we're gonna start exactly at 4. Very important, because we're gonna use batteries up at Varberg that opens at 7. And then we drive over to Helsingborg. We have to top up a little bit there. And then we swap again on the way back via Varberg. And then, so that might actually be, we might be able to break the 9-hour mark with an EV for the very first time. We will see about that. I have to deal with some weirdness here, by the way, is that here we have spent 1.3 kilowatt hours since, I'm not sure when. No. Ah, okay. Yeah. I had to restart. Yeah, there's a trick for me to restart because I'm now in camp mode. But I have to write down this one here, which is the trip distance. So we will count 1000 kilometers, and I also know the distance area. Everything. We're gonna take all the details soon. But okay, in 5 minutes we start. We have been driving for a little bit over an hour. We are around Tanem area right now. And yes, when I look at the consumption so far, I estimated that we have something like over 260 watt-hour per kilometer. So unfortunately today it's quite cold. You see, it's minus 8. It's been hovering at minus 8, minus 9 degrees Celsius throughout the trip now. So right now I'm not sure if I can make it to Varberg. No, not Varberg. Kungsbacka directly. So what I'm going to do is actually to go to Spekeröd. It doesn't matter, no big deal. So right now the car estimates 94 kilometers at Spekeröd. Actually, when I did this, you know, when we started, the car estimated we were going to arrive at Kungsbacka with whatever. But then recently now it stopped showing kilometers at destination, and I expect it's because you will not make it there, but the car doesn't tell you. But okay, so we are roughly 1 hour away now from Spekeröd, and I'm actually going to start preheating the battery already now because it's so cold outside. So you press the warm-up button, you will see this icon appears there. See? And then we see, yeah, it's crazy, right? But this battery, this battery heater is kind of weak. I have indications only around 3 kilowatt. So that's probably why you have to preheat an hour in advance. All right, we're now charging at Spekeröd, getting only 92 kilowatt. Ooh.
You see, even after preheating the battery for 1 hour, we get 90 kilowatt only, but it's minus 11 degrees Celsius outside. The lowest temperature I saw on this trip was minus 12. So I calculated we need 40%. So we have enough time now to go to the restroom. And this is a much needed stop, because next stop is going to be Varberg. And this one, by the way, is the power swap station, but it's closed right now. It's going to open by the time we get there. So yes, let me show you outside, by the way. Look here. What the heck happened? I have never seen snow at Spekerød. Normally when I take the southern route here, it's always dry. It's always just bare. Look here. Look. Huh? This is so weird to see this much snow. So I guess this is actually a slight disadvantage consumption-wise for this car. Ideally, I should have finished that challenge when I went here 3 days ago, but I was simply not prepared. Plus that, the powertrain problem scared me off a bit. But okay, so I guess pit stop, restroom break. We are charged for 12 minutes and we are almost good to go. I think I need 1 or 2 extra minutes. Yeah, roughly there. At 40% we should have enough. Oh, dang. And then we have to swap also at Varberg. It's now 6:30 in the morning and we have lots of traffic here. Normally, I've done some morning runs, and under more normal driving conditions, these Swedes, they will go way faster. But today, they drive dog slow, maybe because there's a little bit of snow on the road, you know? So this is quite unique. Normally, we would never have this kind of weather here when I do 1,000 kilometer challenge. So in a way, this is unfair and like an irregularity. So what I'm going to do is that I know that normally I can drive from Spekerød to Varberg in 1 hour. So I counted when we left Spekerød. So we will check once we are in Varberg how late we are, and which actually I have to correct for that, deduct for that. I think that's as fair as possible. And actually normally if we don't battery swap, then when we drive slower we will arrive at Varberg with more battery. But since we are battery swapping, then it's irrelevant how many percent we arrive with, because we are driving slow. So okay, let's enjoy the Göteborgsstau, I guess. We are here at the swap station. It was a 12 or 13 minute deduction. Huh? How do we... We have a slight problem here. Start.
Something goes wrong. Would you please contact a specialist? Thank you.
Okay, can we override this? There's some blocked radar and some shit here.
Something goes wrong. Would you please contact a specialist?
Okay, let me ask the person here. We're doing this manually because we have front parking radar fault, rear parking radar fault. The auto parking is not working. Well. Okay, power source started. So the lady over there, she had to call someone who seems to have a strong Chinese accent, and then he told me to go into the service menu, or whatever it's called. There was a way to go into the service menu, and then we scroll down to the power swap, and then we override, and then we go straight to the swap that happens when you are in the bay here. So I had to back up manually in the bay. So now power swap is about to start. So I'm a little bit surprised that the lady here was not informed, or she did not know about this kind of backup plan, because there's been a lot of snow here, and there might be other people who also have the same problem. So well, at least now she knows. Okay, so now power swap is in process, and we cannot leave the car. So my plan was actually to pee and do whatever at Spekerød, and then go straight to the next one, which is Helsingborg. And I will not leave the car. Once the thing finishes, we just go. This is weird, because You know, normally I've done some battery swaps before, and normally stuff is happening and you can hear rumbling and whatever. This time, it's been several minutes like this. The screen is off, everything else. I can see here that the 12 volt is also off right now, so the camera is not charging, and I cannot use anything here. Even the power seats are not working. I don't know if I can open the window, but seems like something went wrong now. Maybe she forgot to start something on the screen there. Finally, stuff is happening now. That took awfully long time. Now we can hear, yeah, this is more normal. You can see that there's stuff going on there. The battery is about to be lowered. I can see in the mirror now. Huh? But the lady here claims that this is normal. Sometimes it takes extra time. Well, I guess sometimes it takes extra time then. That means we shouldn't deduct this. Another thing I notice now is it's getting cold in the cabin. You see, it's -8 outside. So, and I can imagine if this is China and it's 30 degrees outside and you have to wait here in the car. Yeah, at least if you're charging, let's say, yeah, if there's a charging car, you can at least have AC on or cool. Yeah, okay. All right, let's go. Green, let's go. We are finally at Helsingborg. Oh, and yes, we came here with 39%, which means that we spent 51% to get here. Okay, but you see, hopefully we got a preconditioned battery, because you know the batteries at the swap station, I heard that they keep 20 degrees Celsius, and then I preheated already from Varberg. So after preheating for an hour, we still get only 87 kilowatt. Okay, maybe we are at 42%, but I think under ideal condition, we should be getting 100 kilowatt. Okay, so I figured out that I need to charge to roughly 60%, 65 actually, in order to get back to Varberg. So finally I can have my pee break. Oh, I haven't peed since, who knows. Oh yeah, by the way, I had some handshake problems, so we had to deduct 5 minutes for handshake problem with I don't know. This car responds really slow when it comes to handshake, and it failed twice before it worked the third time. And over here is more spring-ish weather, like it's supposed to be. There's been some snowstorm here also, but I think this area here was not hit as hard as further north. So yes, here we have it. Oh, it's getting dirty. Yeah, not much to see. You guys know this. It's kind of busy in the daytime, of course. We have some problems here. First of all, I had to take a shit. It just happened now. And then when I went out of the car, I bumped into the cable by accident and the charging stopped. And you know, because the handshake is so damn slow that I couldn't have time to start charging. So I counted when the charging stopped. And now I will show you guys, I have to hold, the other hand is doing something. I have to hold the plug against the car now while the handshake is working. And it got there. Oh. So now we started. Let's check the clock. Well, this run is kind of stressful when it comes to eating. Oh, I bought a banana. I've been eating some snack while I'm on driving, and then now I have a little bit of time to eat. Yeah, before we head back to Varberg and take another battery swap. We're now hammering past Falkenberg, and you know, this is the concrete surface. Okay, normally I would be talking on the other direction, but whatever, it should be the same here also. The reason why I didn't talk on the other direction was that we had sun in the face, we didn't see nothing. But now you can see that Okay, especially on this side here, this lane, I mean. This lane is rougher, but you can hear that the sound level here is really, really good. We have Nokian Hakkapeliitta R5 tires, of course, that helps. But really, I have measured that this ET7 is the quietest car ever tested, by me at least. Even better than Mercedes EQE, better than Fiat e-tron. They can just go home. This car is the top, really, top of the crop when it comes to noise levels. I'm going to show you the other side. We go to the left lane. It's not usually not that rough. Wow, nice. And of course, better than ES8. We might have a slight problem here. We are 22 kilometers away from the swap station now. And if you look here, order waiting. Okay, how do you interpret this? We have 2 out of 7 batteries ready. We have a 75 kilowatt hour battery that's ready. The other ones, we have 300 kilowatt hour batteries. They are not ready yet. They need half an hour or some shit. Wait, what? Well, I need a 100 kilowatt hour battery when I arrive. Is this, are you serious? Am I gonna get a 75 kilowatt hour battery? Because the 100 kilowatt hour is not ready. Oh, shit. Arrival 10:58 at Varberg. Let me see the stats. Come on. Oh, it's so laggy. 41.9 kilowatt hour, and here is the distance. Okay, we are now swapping. So there was a little bit of a clumsiness from my part also. She had to cancel my order, and I had to order again. And then my mistake, I didn't know the car. I tried to navigate several times, but you can't navigate. It said you were too close, so I had to place order. So I lost like a minute on that one. So I guess we should deduct 1 more minute then. Yeah. But now it's doing now the sensors are not kaput, so we can actually do the auto parking thing. Oh yeah.
This is normal. Do not open any door, shift gears, or press the brake pedal.
Right now the power swap is about to start. Okay, we have 64 kilometers of, yeah, now stuff happens here. Yeah, and then the screen goes black. Now the 12 volt is dead DED. Now nothing is happening. I look in the mirror there, there's nothing, there's no movement beneath the car. And the car is dead. Is it doing some kind of initiation? Is it doing some checks? Some consistency checks? Is it running scan disk? Checking for lost clusters? Defragging the hard drive? Defragging the battery before shipping it in? I don't know what the heck is going on now, but this is not something we can deduct because it's part of the mechanics of the car. Yeah, so I guess we just sit here and bloom, sit here og blomstre. And now we have no heater anymore, but at least it's not that cold outside. It's around -1, -2 degrees only. Okay, now we are in. Yeah, there you go. That was like a minute or two of idling that I didn't see in the other swap stations. So I also wonder, since this one has only 5 batteries instead of the 13 I've seen in other ones, is this an old generation swap station? Why would they put up a brand new one? This one is just months old. This is weird, man. Is this relevant? Is this realistic for the rest of the world where they have swap station? Meaning China? Ich weiß nicht. I check it. It's been 13 minutes and we are almost good to go now. What the heck? So in real life, it actually takes 30 minutes because the lady was sitting in her shed. I came here, I park here, and then the lady walked over here carefully, slowly. So, you know, in real life, things take longer time. Even though the swap itself might take 6 minutes, but I feel like this swap was more than 6 minutes. But okay, almost good to go now. There, green. Wait, can we go? It's still black. And then check here. 89% of the battery. Oh yeah, okay. All good then.
This is the last charging session. Oh, we have to charge one more time, and typically we end up here at Strømstad. So from here, there is no, well, actually there's a swap, but almost doesn't make any sense to use that one since it's very close to the end point anyway, and the swap takes maybe 10 minutes. So first I tried that stall over there. It failed handshake, and then I have to kind of block this one. But I'm not staying here too long. I'm talking about maybe 5-10 minutes. And you see, finally, we're getting 109 kilowatts. We've been cold gating all day. Can you see that? Let me go inside instead. We've been kind of semi-cold gating all day. Oh shit, it's dirty. All day. And then suddenly, we see 109 kilowatts as the last charging session. Oh, all right. I'm not sure how much I need. Maybe like 40 something, 45, 50%. I have to calculate how much I need. But this gives me just enough time now to go to the restroom. I kind of need to go to the restroom. The last restroom break I had was not at Varberg, it was at Helsingborg, several hours away. All right, so you guys remember from the previous attempt, 1,000 kilometer attempt, we cannot reset this cumulative trip here. You need to identify yourself. You have to be Sadia. So, but I wrote down that, okay, once this one, by the way, this car over-reported distance by 0.8%. So we have to drive until 4,934.7 kilometers. That would be 1,000 kilometers. Yeah. So actually, I calculate I need roughly 45%. So we're actually good to go. There you go. Let's go. All right. Charging time, 12 minutes here. Let's go. Oh man, we are back in Norway, and I'm gonna tell you guys, today we had so many left lane huggers in Norway. Well, actually not too much in Norway. Actually, this morning it was dark and empty, but in Sweden, yes. And yeah, now also on the way back now. And if each left lane hugger slows us down by 10 seconds, and we are talking about 100 of those, that could be a lot of minutes lost. And yeah, energy-wise, we don't care too much because we swap twice, so most of the time we don't care about how much energy we save even. And also I had a little bit of mistakes here and there, you know, and also every time you have a correction for something, there might also be a measurement error, like when we count per minute, it might be 30 seconds that we did not count, you know. So to be fair, I'm going to deduct 5 extra minutes. I think that's as fair as possible now to make the result as correct as possible. So that means that we have 50 minutes of total deduction so far. Ooh, okay. All right, let's do the countdown. 9991, 9992, 9993, 9994, 995, 996, wait, 97, 998, wait, did I miscount? Shit, what? Okay, 999, 999, there, 1,000, time, 14:22, oh yes, wait, 9.5 hours, what, consumption, 29.1, okay, on this leg, wait a minute, I forgot something. You see, we have 12% battery left. Let's say if we went deep and we had 2% left, that means we charge 10% extra so we can reach home. And quick math, that 10% extra cost roughly 5 minutes to charge. So yes, we can deduct 5 more minutes. That means 9:25 then. Oh yeah, now we're cooking. All right, so to summarize, 9:25 in this kind of winter condition, well, at least for the first half, is actually very good. So yeah, it's actually right on par with almost Model 3 in summer, you see.
So it was really, really cold this morning, and also the weather was not the best. But yeah, I mean, why didn't it beat, for example, the ES8 and so on? And then why wasn't it faster than 9 hours? I think it's the fact that it was winter, and then once you cannot reach Varberg, then it triggers a charging stop. And then also this car has a weakness that during winter it cold gets, and we were taking 80 kilowatt for most of the time, and then towards the end 110 kilowatt. That was great, but I never saw 120 and 140 kilowatt like this car is advertised with. It seems like the battery heater is not strong enough to heat up the battery. In comparison, Tesla has something like 15, well, the Plaid at least has around 15 to 18 kilowatt of battery heating power. And yeah, and what most other cars, they have a roughly 6 to 9 kilowatt battery heater. But okay, so if I redid this test in summer, I could probably get straight to Varberg and then swap there, and then go to Helsingborg and then maybe top up a little bit there. But you see, that's a problem, because that means I'd have to drive 5 hours almost, or 4.5 hours maybe, before I can even go to the restroom. And then I have to drive back, and so it's going to be really painful. And I also wonder, is this realistic? Because when I did the fossil car test, I did actually go to the restroom after I filled up juice. So I spent some extra minutes doing that. But here I tried to maximize everything and make it as fast as possible. But then it became a little bit painful for me. So I see, I think actually, if you have a fast charging car with good range, then you can actually go even faster than a battery swap system, because the battery swap system also has some time. You guys saw it. It took a while. I almost felt like at least the first session was very slow. It was just like not doing anything, or probably the CPU was booting up the OS, Neo OS for battery swap or something. I don't know. But we were just sitting there for several minutes without anything happening. And I felt like at least the one with the Lear, the one with the ES8 run, that one was faster for some reason. So, I mean, how realistic is this for other cars who test the same? I don't know, but this is the best I can do, really. And then also, why was the Plaid faster? And also the other one, the long range Palladium, well, they have better range. I've already tested that. The Tesla, they have 100 kilowatt hour also, but they are more efficient and they have better range. So that's why they could go straight to Varberg and then so on. And so actually the Tesla had 4 stops, whereas we had 5 stops. Yeah. So anyway, I think that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, thank you for watching, and talk to you later.